Good afternoon and welcome to the Design Review Board for Wednesday, November the 19th. We'll take attendance.
So noted.
Okay, looks like we're all here. Thank you. At this time, we'll open up for public comment. If you're here to make a comment about any agenda item today, your chance is to come to the microphone and speak. We'll hold it open. Ask you to keep your comments to 3 minutes. Okay, it looks like there will be no public comment today, so we'll close the public comment and move for approval of minutes from the November 5th, 2025 meeting.
I've made a slight amendment to the minutes concerning my concerns with regarding Primrose and petitioners inaccurate submission.
Okay.
With that change, I will make a motion.
I'll support that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 3-0. Thank you. All right, item number 8, 16527 Telegraph Road, Bistro, Perau. Tom?
Yes. Good afternoon, Board. So the first sign being presented before you today is for Bistro Perau, located in the Maple and Telegraph Shopping Center. The property is zoned B3 General Business, and here is an aerial of the property. It is surrounded by other business, office, and multi-family residential properties. And Bistro Perau is mainly a to-go restaurant with limited seating, and it'll have no more than 4 tables. Previously, the property was occupied by Bonnie's Kitchen, which closed back in 2014. The business served salads, sandwiches, soups, various baked goods, but has since sat vacant since they left. And then nearby is the French bakery Chez Prix et Genevieve. The applicant, Mr. Crumbl, is here today to answer any further questions. But when it comes to the sign, it meets all the requirements of the township's ordinances, being 25 square feet, projecting 10 inches from the building. And it is going to be internally illuminated through channel letters mounted on a raceway, constructed with aluminum returns and acrylic faces. And there will be no exposed neon lighting elements. So with that, I can answer any questions. Or...
They're right next door to the French pastry shop,
Right.
right? Oh, yeah, I go there. I enjoy it. Very nice.
Yeah.
Same owners, same outfit.
7 different owners. Right? Oh, same owner? Okay.
And the sign's compliant?
Yes. Yeah, their maximum square footage is 32 square feet. They're proposing 25. And then when it comes to projections, the sign can project 12 inches from the building, and it's going to be 10. So.
And you said it'll be mostly food to go?
Yes.
With just a few tables?
Yep.
Back, like prepared food, heat and serve? Oh, great. Nice. Okay. If there are no more questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve as presented.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 3-0. Good luck. Welcome to Bloomfield Township again.
Look forward to being open.
Yes. Item number 2, 40 East Square Lake Road, Clean Express.
There you go. The next sign proposals for Clean Express at 40 East Square Lake Road. The property is zoned B3, and then a small portion is also zoned P1, vehicular parking. Surrounded by other businesses and single-family residential properties. And let's see, here's an aerial of the property. So there's it's going to be a sign package of a monument sign and some wall signs. Concerning the monument sign, a new illuminated face will replace the existing Tim Hortons panel on both sides, and this sign is facing Woodward Avenue. The existing monument sign is 28 square feet, and the specific refacing in question is going to be approximately 8 square feet. And the monument sign is about 4.6 feet tall, and it complies with the 5-foot height limit, but it is existing. And then when it comes to the setback, 25 feet is required, but it's set back 17 feet, and this is simply something that's grandfathered into the sign. Okay, here's some photos. And then there will be 2 signs on the wall of the structure. Let's see here. Sign C. Oh, let's see if I can. Oh, yeah. So here are the two signs, C and D. So concerning sign C, the sign area will be 51.59 square feet, which is 2.6% of the facade and is below the 6% limit. And then concerning sign D, it's going to be the free vacuums, which the PBO department is considering to be directional. And that will be 13.98 square feet or 0.7% of the facade, also below the 6% threshold. And then they will need to get variances to have multiple signs on the property. And in addition, you can see the teardrop illustration. The illustration is 4.54 square feet when the maximum allowed is 2.58. So that'll also be part of a ZBA application.
And Tom, the two signs, really, the one you're saying is free vacuums, which you're considering that as a
Directional.
directional sign, okay?
The only thing I want to point out though is on the elevations, on the colored elevations that they provided, it did show that the free vacuums was in the green color.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the board had any comments in terms of the coloration. But generally speaking, we have free vacuums, or we've had signs that have been permitted over these service station areas as directional. So I don't know if the board has any comments they want to make about the design of the color, because it is the green color. So maybe a more neutral tone, maybe more preferred.
It matches our chairs.
That it does actually.
That's a very good point. So there's a clean auto wash on both sides, plus the free vacuum sign?
Yes.
And one side faces the Square Lake people traveling westbound, and one faces people traveling eastbound,
Pull up the, yeah.
right?
So this is, let's see if I can put up the, yeah. So this is East Square Lake Road, and then C and D will both face that roadway.
Can we see that layout again, just one more time? It seems like they're not really, they're facing, but
That's facing Square Lake with the
Yeah.
with the garage entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And the free vacuums meaning directional because you're directing people to the vacuums,
Correct.
that's facing north.
even though it's not really.
That's facing north.
It says it is.
I know, but I thought it was long. No, I get it. So they're, on the right-hand side, they're coming out of the car wash. The door on the far right, they're coming out of the car, coming out of the car wash there. And
Correct.
The bigger door on the left, there's obviously.
For the vacuums.
Is to go in the room where the vacuums are.
Which is actually interesting when you think about it, because the free vacuums are kind of located in the center, so the directional nature of that sign is a bit questionable.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would agree with that,
If
that
it's
maybe
over the other door.
Correct.
It's directional.
So I would suggest maybe the board consider if the free vacuums is acceptable as a directional sign, that it be located maybe closer over to the actual free vacuum area.
You wanna
Because,
just clarify that with,
yeah, absolutely.
because
We
it
can.
goes to zoning, right?
It has to go to zoning, but we definitely can make sure, I'm sure the applicant is here.
Yes.
So if he would
But
like
if
to
it
come
has to go
speak.
to zoning, why not just count that as a sign that they need a variance for? Because it's not really directional. It's more advertising.
We can consider that, and I was just trying to follow kind of our traditional, path, but however, I guess I can understand, especially in the sense that it's the same green color as the logo. I certainly think that we could consider that an
I mean,
additional
if it's,
sign.
if it said free vacuums with an arrow to this, I would
I
count
get
that
it.
directional.
I get it. So we would take it to the zoning board then based on the feedback I'm getting on the, two signs, the one that would be on the ground sign on the Rusty Bucket, Woodward frontage, the, wall sign, which actually is over the roof, of the building, so technically that has to get a variance as well. And then I guess we could hear from the applicant regarding the free vacuum discussion.
As far as the free vacuum lettering go on the location of the building, it's symmetrical on the building, which is eye-pleasing. With the awnings over the doorways, it wouldn't make sense to put the free vacuum lettering above the turnbuckles and the mounting brackets on the wall, which bring the letters really up high to the top of the roof line. So it's, the location of the free vacuum letters is eye-pleasing, symmetrical with the building. Gets you in the general area of the informational sign of free vacuums.
Can you put it above the larger garage door, so it's really
What he's
truly
sa-
directional?
He can't, because what he's saying is it looks best if it's in the middle of the facade.
Understood.
Middle of the building, in which case then I would say, okay, then treat it like a regular sign then.
Right, I
And-
agree. It's not directional at this point.
Got it.
And then, and just, I mean, I personally don't have a problem with it, but I think we should honor the ordinance and say that it's an extra sign and that it needs a variance.
Will do.
If the location, so you're saying, Michael, then if the lettering is, say, between the awning and the door, the height of the door in that brick area, then you'd consider that being an
Yeah, if
informational
it's,
sign
if it's,
of
if
its
it's, if it's
location?
either above the awning or below the awning, to me, then that's obvious that it's directing people, here are the vacuums. Now, what I'm also saying is I don't disagree with you that it's more visually pleasing to be in the middle of the facade, but I think at that point, it should be treated then as another sign, which would be, which would need a variance from the zoning board, but you're already going to the zoning board, so, you know, and I would be personally in favor of the variance being granted, although it's not our decision, because I understand it looks good in the middle of the building there, and I understand why, but I guess what I'm saying is at that point, it's no longer directional. So if it's not directional, then we gotta treat it like an additional sign that needs a variance. But whether it's there or whether it's above or below the awning so that it's directional, I think it looks good, and I'm okay with it either way. But we just gotta follow the procedure.
Okay. If we have to go for a variance anyways, it's
Right,
no big deal.
right, I'm saying you're already
They
going
decide
for,
what they want to do.
yeah, you're already going for a variance for the logo and for the extra ground sign, so.
And thanks for removing the wall sign that was facing the residential. We appreciate that.
No problem. You mentioned ground sign, additional ground sign?
Yeah, the one that's by
It's already
the
fixed.
Rusty Bucket,
Okay.
that's a ground sign, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
replacing with a Tim Hortons sign.
Right there.
But that was just a face change only, though,
Right.
existing?
Right.
But
Okay.
they still need the variance because it's a ground sign, right?
So I think my recommendation would be that if you wanted to proceed with a sign permit, although the building hasn't even been constructed yet, so I think it's probably a little premature, I just would suggest you take them all together. The ground sign is a secondary sign. I would say the sign on the building's the primary sign, and then the free vacuum sign would be your third sign.
Correct.
That's
okay.
how we would interpret it.
All right.
So there's not two signs that say Clean Express Auto Wash on both sides.
Correct.
No,
Diagram
it would
shows
be.
two of those.
Yeah, no, it'd be on both sides of that ground sign.
No, on the building itself.
No, there's only one on the building.
Right?
Yes.
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 Just the one in the,
elevation of the
Just the
building.
one side, okay.
yeah, just the one side.
They did have another one on that, if you want to call that a parapet, the
Yeah,
way
on the
that,
parapet,
they
wasn't
did
it?
have another one that was facing to the east
'Cause the other-
towards residential, and we asked them to remove it. So now this is the only wall sign and the free vacuum signs, that's the only sign that's going to be facing Square Lake Road.
Okay. And they're not seeking a monument sign in front of Square Lake, the building in front of Square Lake Road.
Just refacing the existing monument.
That's on
On Woodward.
Right, they're not asking for one on Square Lake.
Good.
It's the one, it's on Woodward.
Right.
Yep.
Right,
correct.
okay.
There used to be one on Square Lake.
There may have been, but it looks like they tore it down. Okay, so I move that we approve the, what is this, a sign permit?
Shows two.
As presented and forwarded to the zoning board of appeals
Mine showed it, showed two.
with our recommendation for approval.
I think it's the same picture twice. That ground sign.
Should we mention that, I completely agree with you about the seeking the variance for the free vacuums too, that,
Right, well, I mean, they'll take care of it.
okay. Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passes 3-0. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
B, site improvements, 1822 Fox River Drive, Fox Hills Community Town.
So this site improvement will concern the Fox Hills Community Association's remodel of their life pool reception and dry storage area. Here is a map of the property. It's in the R1 district, aerial. And the existing structure totals 350 square feet, and it's approximately 11 feet tall. And it's going to be enclosed with a refinished beige groove textured engineered exterior wood panels. And it will be painted beige, and the guard shack will be open from Memorial Day to Labor Day and operate between the hours of 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Here's what it used to look like. Here's what it looks like now.
Yep. So just to remind you, you may recall that the Fox Hills Homeowner Association came to us
Yeah.
and got ZBA approval for these, at the time was pergolas.
Yep.
But now there's been a change.
No pergolas?
I'm sorry?
No pergolas?
Well, this was a pergola that the walls and a window was added. So now that they've changed their originally approved design, they have to come back before the design review board and ultimately to the zoning board of appeals because their accessory structure is now different than what was previously approved. So that's why it's coming back to you. Luckily, it has been done in a manner that's consistent with the area and the coloration is of a neutral tone. But that's why it is here back before you today.
Did they already build it?
Yes.
Correct. Based on the pictures, I would say it's already been completed.
Well, I mean, I can answer that. We kind of had to put the walls up to block access to the pool itself. They're really just kind of temporarily in place. If we removed about 8 screws, those walls would come off. So that's what it will look like, but they're just kind of temporarily in place. They're not secured. They're not permanent. We're hoping that you guys will approve them. We can make them permanent, but as the weather was getting colder and colder, we wanted to get as far along as we could. So if for whatever reason this is rejected, we could take those down very easily. But yes, that is how it will look.
What was the purpose of putting the walls up versus the original intent?
I don't remember the original intent, to be honest. There was always going to be a guard shack there. It was going to, we weren't sure what. This is the same pergola, as you called it, as the so there's 2 what we call gazebos, and they are the exact same as this. The only difference is we have added walls to this and turning it into a enclosed structure for the guards to, sit and, sell concessions and check people in. So
think they
the
mean
roof line
lifeguards.
matches.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
That's good to me.
Can we get a name and address for the record?
Oh, yes, Max Sneed. I'm the president of Fox Hills Community Association. Address is 685 Rolling Rock Road, Bloomfield Hills,
Did they get
Michigan.
the pool open for you for the season? I remember there were 2 other gentlemen that preceded you.
No.
Oh,
It was a rough summer having to listen to everybody be upset with us,
I'm
rightfully
sorry
so.
to hear that.
Yeah,
I
we're
bet.
sorry too.
It's gonna look great for next year. That'll be
Yeah.
very
We'll
exciting.
be ready for next year.
Okay.
Does it need to go, it does need to go to the ZBA, doesn't it? Okay. And
Yeah.
move to approve as presented and forward to the ZBA for consideration.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. Good luck.
Thank you.
Item number 2, 1050 East Square Lake Road, Detroit Meeting Room.
So the next site improvement before you is for the Detroit Meeting Room. Let's see. Located in the R1 Single Family Residential District, they are proposing an addition of a generator to the southwest of the building. Let's see if I can. It's going to be in this area here.
Is the building finished?
No. I drove by it recently. It's under construction.
Correct.
And the generator is required to provide backup power for the lift stations and for both the sanitary sewer and the stormwater detention basin. And it will be shielded by vegetation per the township rules. Arborvitae specifically will be knit together and be maintained as a 6-foot high trimmed hedge. And then back in February of 2024, the Design Review Board approved a request for an exterior design modifications for the meeting room, which included the addition of a ground-mounted mechanical area located near the southeast corner of the building. And then we have the architect here who could answer any
So
questions.
that was southeast, this is gonna be on the southwest?
Right.
And is there sufficient screening, because I believe, is the school to the west there? The school's to the west. Okay, so it's not gonna be in somebody's backyard.
Correct. And then it will be screened. I just want to verify for sure with the architect here that the 6-foot hedge that's being proposed is going to either meet or exceed the height of that generator. Because that would be a requirement upon installation.
Yeah.
Do we have a picture of the generator?
Just these site photos.
Okay. Still gotta go to the ZBA, right?
It's a ground mount mechanical located in the side yard, it'd be permitted. Has to be screened.
But the generator doesn't need to go to the,
We're going to the ZBA, it's more than 5 minutes.
Okay, would you like to come up here? I'm sorry, that must have been, Corey was gonna present this, so I apologize. It sounds like Andy and Corey have already had the discussion. I apologize, due to the
Just
fact.
introduce yourself. and-
Oh, sorry.
Andrew Moseve, MGA Architects, 4351 Delamere Court, Royal Oak, Michigan. It's going to be more than 5 feet from the building, so we have to get a ZBA.
There you go. Thank you for that.
There are walks in the way, and,
okay.
with all the vegetation around the site,
Right, you can see it.
we could have done it and no one would know.
Right.
Thank you for
Okay.
being here.
Well, thanks for coming. All right, then I make a motion that we approve as submitted and forward to the ZBA for consideration.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Pass 3-0. Good luck.
Thank you.
Item number 5, general business, update on 4036 Telegraph Road, the Crumbl cookies.
Yes.
Welcome back.
So since the last meeting, we spoke with Tammy and Crumbl Cookie representatives about the comments made about the pink backing to the sign, and they came back with a proposal to change the sign without it. So I have, let's see. It's basically going to be the exact same sign that currently exists, but there's going to be some slight changes to the dimensions. So, let's see. So the existing sign is approximately 2 feet tall by 8.87 feet wide. This sign is going to be 1.85 feet tall by 9.16 feet wide, both signs being approximately 17 square feet. And similar to what was previously proposed, the existing interior hanging sign is still going to be removed. But because the sign is very similar to what currently exists, it's the PBO department's opinion that it can be approved administratively.
Yeah, because it still complies and it basically meets the exact same criteria. We wanted to bring it back here, obviously, though, because it was a standing item and wanted to bring you an update. But I can say from our department, I'm happy to see that it's remaining in the channel letter and consistent with the rest of the shopping center.
Yes, thank you.
Looks much better. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Okay, do we need to do anything?
No.
Okay, have a good day. All right. Recent design board approvals, anything? Next meeting set for December the 3rd, and move for adjournment.
And move we adjourn.
We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.